This is an important weekend for our Asian cultures. The Lunar New Year begins on Sunday.
There will be celebrations all over the world and right here in the Twin Cities. New this morning, our Pauline Lee showing us some of the cultures and celebrations. Joins us live from the Theater Moo in St. Paul. Pauline, good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year, guys. This is going to be a fun weekend. And by the way, the festivities actually already started. People like to celebrate and they like to go all out and they like to take their time to celebrate. So we're going to check in and talk about some of the celebrations that have actually already happened, give you a preview of that. We have Leanna here with Theater Moo. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. So one of the big events that actually just happened this past weekend was with the Minnesota Vietnamese Language School. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was so great. It was literally like when I walked in, you could just see tons of families and people like dishing up on good food. And for 2 hours straight, there were performances that the school had put on, like of dancing and singing and some skits of children of all ages and some adults. So it was great.
Now, you might remember this. This might sound familiar because we previewed it on the 4 last weekend. But this is interesting because the New Year is this weekend. They wanted specifically to hold it last weekend for a reason.
Yeah, it was so sweet. Tuit Nguyen, one of the co-founders of the school, she was telling me that, we know that Tet is this upcoming weekend, but we need it. We need our celebration first because we really want to have the New Year with family.
Yeah, so she said that is the Vietnamese term for Lunar New Year, so that's what she means. But this is actually the first year that Theater Moo has been involved in this celebration too, right?
Yeah, the Minnesota Vietnamese Language School was able to get a grant to have our school residency Moo Stories come in, and so they worked with a class once a week for most of the semester to just kind of talk about their experiences of being Asian American and looking at plays written by Asian Americans, and so they performed some of those scenes at the festival.
And I want to touch on that because this school is a very unique concept here in Minnesota. One, it's volunteer based, but two, it focuses on students and making sure they know and understand the culture, even though they're thousands of miles away from maybe where their ancestors are from. Let's talk about the importance of hanging on to that culture and keeping it alive.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of those questions that you have this instinctual feeling about, but it's hard to articulate.
Yeah.
And I guess for me, the way I would kind of put it is that you can start with learning about an art form or a dish, or starting with the language, and then it just grows into finding community or understanding more holistically how you kind of got to be where you are, and then how you want to continue to change where you are in the world.
Now, really quickly here, there's also another event happening next weekend with you guys, a cabaret event. Really quickly, we're going to dive more into this on our streaming network, CBS News Minnesota, but tell us a little bit, give us a little taste about what it's about.
Yeah, Theater Moo is having a Lunar New Year cabaret on January 28th, and it's going to be a really fun night of glamour, a delicious dinner. We're going to have 12 Moo artists, old and new, and we're having 5 Moo artists singing 12 songs, and it's just going to be a really packed night full of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to dive deeper into that coming up at about 7 o'clock on our streaming network. But coming up next at about 6:50, guys, we're going to do some dancing. Line dancers, they're here. It's iconic for the Lunar New Year celebration. You won't want to miss it. I'm excited.
So are we. We've been talking about this all week. We are excited.
Pauline Lee, live in St. Paul. Pauline, thank you.
So as China, Japan, and other East Asian countries prepare to celebrate the start of the Lunar Year of the Rabbit, the Lunar New Year, the people of Vietnam will be an exception. They are welcoming instead the Year of the Cat. There's no official explanation for why the Vietnamese embraced the cat instead of the rabbit, which is the only major exception to the otherwise nearly identical celebrations of the 12-year Chinese zodiac cycle. So our Pauline Lee here this morning showing us one of the big celebrations that's going to be happening right here in the Twin Cities.
And Pauline joins us live now from Theater Moo in St. Paul.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy New Year. We are going to have a lot of fun. Hang on, not yet. We're being treated to a performance this morning by DTG Lions. So first, before the performance, we're going to learn more about the group. I have Milan here. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year to you, too.
Well, this is a really cool group because you guys have been, originally you formed, 10 years ago, but you really took it to a new level this past year.
So the current group of admins right now, all of us are in our early 20s, and we've been members for probably around 5 years, and we just took leadership of the group now. And so we're trying to expand beyond just the capacity that we used to perform at, and we're branching into local areas.
And this group, by the way, guys, mainly students. The youngest is 9 years old as performers, which is astounding to me. But tell us about the origins of this tradition, because it's centuries.
Yes. So the lion that you can see in the background is supposed to bring good luck. So there's a lot of different compartments of it. You can see a little mirror between its eyes that's supposed to ward out the bad luck and bring in the good luck. So oftentimes lions are invited for grand openings for businesses or weddings and similar things like that.
So you have 3 events upcoming that all through this weekend and next weekend as well, and we have those on our website, but we have to get to the performance.
Yes.
All right, so DTG Lions, take it away. I'll be back at the end to wrap it up.
Thank you.
If you saw, I fed it lucky money. So this is those little envelopes that I gave you guys. Lucky money inside is a dollar bill, crisp new dollar bill for the start of the new year, and with it comes well wishes as well. So from me to all of you, chúc mừng năm mới, kính chúc quý vị một năm mới dồi dào sức khỏe, nhiều may mắn và hạnh phúc. Chúc mừng năm mới. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year!
And thank you, Pauline, for the good luck that we shall have this year.
We appreciate it so much. Thank you for introducing us to this wonderful, such rich tradition, too.
Thank you for joining us, guys. I hope everyone has a wonderful Lunar New Year celebration. And again, they have like 3 events happening this weekend and next weekend as well. So head to our website, WCCO.com, for more information.
Yeah. And we'll see lots more from you coming up in our streaming show at 7. Thanks, Pauline.
It's an important weekend for our Asian cultures. That's because the Lunar New Year actually begins on Sunday.
Yeah, it's celebrated by many countries across Asia, but also by Asian communities here in the U.S. And Theater Mu Cabaret in St. Paul is taking part in the festivities. That's where our Pauline Lee has been all morning long, showing us a cool lion dance in our news earlier today. What are we seeing now, Pauline?
Ooh, we're going to talk about an upcoming event, not this weekend, but next weekend. So we're going to preview that. You can plan that, get your tickets for it, because it's an event that you will not want to miss. Got Wesley here with Theater Mu. Hello, Happy New Year.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
I feel underdressed.
No. I just try and dress the part. You know, I like to celebrate early. But in any case, we have to talk about this cabaret event. This is the first year you're tying it in with the Lunar New Year. This is awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited. Theater Mu is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. It's our Pearl anniversary. And we have done lots of holiday cabarets in the past, and we just had a discussion as a staff this year, and we said, you know, it's a brand new decade of Theater Mu, and what else can we do to kind of switch it up? And we realized we usually celebrate around Christmas, and there's some people even on our staff that don't celebrate Christmas as Buddhists. So we said, why don't we celebrate the Lunar New Year instead? So we're really hoping to start this new annual tradition.
I love that. So you said you've done cabarets in the past. We have some video, some pictures of past cabaret events. If people haven't gone out to this, what can they expect when they come out?
Well, first and foremost, it's not an Asian event without amazing food. So expect amazing noodle dishes, rice dishes, different things. We're also honored to have the Fat Online dance troupe that's going to open the show. And we have a lineup of amazing cabaret performers, Mu artists, led by Bob Kelly, our amazing music director. So it should be a fun night. And it is a fundraiser. There are tickets still available. We use a pay-as-you-are structure. We try to make our events accessible to all different types of people. So we hope people can come out and join us.
Yeah, so you're the You're co-MC of the event, aren't you?
I am a co-MC of the event. I'm
Yes.
doing double duty. I am the development director at Theater Moo, and I just am so honored to be able to always push our mission forward of promoting Asian American voices and stories. So I will always take an opportunity to talk about Theater Moo.
I was going to say, what is it that you want people to take away, especially for this year? Because this Lunar New Year, it's your 30th year. Lunar New Year, you get to celebrate the year of the cat and the rabbit, depending on where you live.
Yes, exactly. It's a double header this year. We coming out of the pandemic, if we are out of the pandemic, you know, the rise in anti-Asian violence rose by over 300%. So really, this year is all about celebrating Asian joy and Asian community, and we just want to experience all aspects of the Asian diaspora. So we're really excited and honored to get to celebrate both the Year of the Cat and the Year of the Rabbit.
That's wonderful. Okay, so tell us again the details. It's happening not
Saturday.
this weekend.
Yeah, next Saturday, January 28th at North Garden Theater in St. Paul. Tickets can be found at theatermoo.org, and there are limited seats available, so get your tickets now.
All right, and we do have all that information on our website, WCCO.com. Got one more segment for you guys. We're going to check in with what the students at the University of Minnesota are doing to celebrate the Lunar New Year or the Chinese New Year, depending, again, on where you are and how you're celebrating. So we'll see you guys coming up in just a bit.
Sounds good, Pauline. And he is underdressed, and only because you look fabulous. Only because you look great.
I like his hat.
I do.
I like the hat.
I mean, I love his whole
like his
thing.
hat.
Oh yeah.
Heather says that you're a little bit under. No. We match. Look at this. Look at the colors. Look at my dress.
Okay.
There's
gold.
some gold in there.
It works. It
Right?
works. Yeah.
We match.
It works. It's fine.
No, it's not saying. I mean, I love his whole look. I'm just saying.
Pauline,
like, Pauline, you are knocking it out of the park.
You had 4 outfits to pick out from, and you had
did.
You had people vote
I
on the 4
know.
outfits. So I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I know, and a lot of people were very enthusiastic. I appreciate all the votes. Some of you wanted an outfit change every segment, which I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yep.
But some of these are a little bit hard to change in and out of, especially with a microphone. So I stuck with this one. I believe this is Heather's pick.
Yes.
This came from one of my aunts, so she got this for me. So it's handmade, tailor-made.
Oh my
There you go.
gosh.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful.
Wow.
All right, Pauline Lee live for us in St. Paul. Pauline, thank you.